I just got on like 2 minutes ago. I overslept. I just barely got out the first round in the fight. I just got on. Thank you for tuning in. Pretty good first round right now. Little feeling out process. Naoya Inoue and Kim just went the first round. Kim didn't look too bad. Looked very alert. Naoya Inoue didn't try to do too much. He tried to get some reactions out of him to see if he can get him to see anything. He didn't do too much. Definitely won the round, but let's see what happens. What's up, Bam? I'm in the second round. Mm. Oh, nice jab. Ooh, nice. Oh, by Naoya Inoue. Oh, nice shot. Oh, big bomb. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Nice, nice, nice. Nice, nice. Ooh. 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 What a short right hand. Good, good, good. Oh, Naoya Inoue is moving great. He's got good mobility. Definitely, definitely putting some of that power on him right now, early, going into the third round right now. That's where I'm at. This fight ain't gonna last very long. We'll see. On average, a Naoya Inoue fight right now, statistically, is 5.5 rounds. Kim right now is staying a little like, oh, nice shot. Good shot. Naoya is definitely. Ooh, Korean guy just came back with a 1-2, 1-2 straight upstairs to Naoya Inoue, even breaking through the guard. Naoya Inoue is applying the pressure right now, going forward, really working the jab right now. Kim stepping back, 1-2 straight down the pipe. Naoya Inoue blocks it with the high defense. Naoya Inoue is good on his feet, in and out. He's staying composed. Yeah, he takes chances. Oh, you can see Kim's eye a little swollen here. I know this many fight southpaws. He got a nice little mark going there on that eye. Nice, nice, nice stiff jab by Naoya in a way. Kim inserts back with a jab of his own. Ooh, nice one too. Kim invites him in. Ooh, nice shot. Oh, good body shot. What a body shot. That one looked like it hurt. Kim looks like he's wearing it well. And Kim came in with a better guard in this fight, not hands so low. Little by little, you can see his hands starting to go down. Mm, good round, good round, good round. Nice body work. Yep. What's up, Pacific Attack? What's up, Bam Bam? How you doing, Christopher? Oh, nice little jab there by Kim. And what Naoya Inoue is doing is just putting the high guard up, trying to give Kim courage to throw punches in between so that he can get Kim to open up. Look at that eye already underneath. You see where I was telling you guys that it looks like he has a little, yeah. Naoya Inoue is really starting to unwind right now. And all this is said, oh, a little trip there. What the fuck was that? Mm. Oh, nice. Naoya Inoue, 1-2, 1-2, right straight down, two right, straight through the guard. He's really landing that right hand right now on Kim. Mm. He's got Kim in the corner right now. Oh my God, Kim's getting hit hard. Nice jab, nice jab. Mm. Ooh, ooh, nice one too. I knew he was setting him up right there. Kim started getting a little too greedy. Yeah, in a way, he'll let you in the front door. He'll open that front door for you and invite you in. Nice, nice. Ooh, Kim swings back real strong. Oh, Naoya in a way, good block. Oh shit, he just hit Naoya in a way with a good right hand. Straight right, bro. He hit Naoya in a way flush. He hit Naoya in a way flush. Oh, he Naoya always got him hurt. And the guy started vitamin in like that. Oh my god. Oh my god, Kim just got raw. Right in the mid. Kim's it's over. God damn, baby. Yo, did I call it or did I not call it? I said 4 rounds. 4 rounds, bro. I said for round four. Yo, we got receipts around here. Oh, he figured him out. Did he figure him out? Boy, I tell you. Oh my goodness. Ooh. I knew it when the guy said, "Come on, Kim," like invited him in. That was a sign like he was hurt. And he caught Naoya in a way flush with that right. If Kim was thinking, if I could catch Naoya in a way with my power shot, I'll stop him or I'll drop him. He got the shot off. He caught him flush, bro. I want to show you guys. And Naoya in a way just ate that, bro. By the way, Naoya Inoue is the first person to knock him out. The first person to knock him out. Look at these guys all fighting to put the belt on. My belt first, my first, my belt first, my belt first. What the hell? Okay. Boom. Here we go. Here he goes. Come on, boom. Boom. 1, 2, boom. That one stunned him. And Kim was inviting him in. Boom, boom. On that one just laid him, bro. Jesus, the two piece. He hit him with the two piece with a biscuit, small fry, and a Coke. Served them up real well. Got the order out. And, wow, 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 wow. Yo, Kim didn't look too bad, bro. He didn't look too bad against him. Neil Yanaway was just too fast. I don't think he adjusted good to Neil Yanaway's speed. Where's where's the ringside? Where's the ringside? Oh, it's got to be straight across his neck right now. It doesn't. Look, look. Doesn't the picture look different? Doesn't it look weirder with the ringside? They're like, let's see what the announcement. Let's see if he makes any announcement or gives us anything. Let's see. This is what we've been waiting for. This is one of the things I've been waiting for, in fact, to see if anything changes or he makes an announcement to move up to 126. Mm. Oh, that smells good. Let's get a little bit of that going right now. A little thumbs up. Unbelievable. Yeah, he had him figured out. He had him figured out quick, early. He really did. Naoya in a way, just dismantled him. And oh man, my man is crying though, man. He did all his best, man. You're fighting against the best fighter in the world. Let me hear what he has to say. Let's turn this up, dude. Boom, boom. Tech, I'll answer your question in a second. Right. Damn, man. You laid into him. You got a donation Pacific attack. Thank you for the donation. Your help channel. Yeah, that's what I want. Nice. Nice. We're gonna be talking about this fight. Saudi Arabia and Las Vegas. Okay, right, right. Oh, nice, nice. What? Right, autograph T-shirt. Oh man, is here you go. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Naoya, in a way, he's a class act. Uh, he's staying in Las Vegas. He's staying in 122 as of right now. Um, he's gonna try to fight in Riyadh season, and also as well. Look, Uh, I'm anxious to see him come out here. He's talking about fighting one fight in Las Vegas and one fight in Riyadh season. And to my man here, Pacific Attack. Let's see you guys in Vegas. My man Pacific Attack. What's up, baby? How you doing? Yeah, definitely. We're gonna see you in Vegas, baby. Um, here, who's this? Grounder Tech. Naoya Inoue is the monster. Weak opponent. Well, the reason why he added a weak opponent is because this is a last minute replacement. His original number one ranked opponent, ranked for the IBF and number one for the WBO, with Sam Goodman, pulled out of the fight. So this was a last minute replacement. Me, all the fans, we all knew this wasn't an opponent that Naoya Inoue picked. This wasn't an opponent that rightfully deserved to fight Naoya Inoue. This was a last minute replacement. Things like this in boxing happen, but these are very dangerous scenarios when you don't know very much about your opponent and you didn't have a lot of time to prepare for each other. Naoya Inoue took an extensive, I believe, one more initial round for a feel out process before he really stepped on the gas. You can see that Naoya Inoue's eye right here. He got a nice little bubble right there. My man caught him with a nice shot. You can Naoya Inoue is going to give you an opportunity to catch him because he's a real aggressive fighter. He'll come in for the kill, and your windows will be there. Your windows will be. You better be able to take the punch like he can take yours. So that's that's where the difference comes in because I think that Naoya in a way is truly the complete package. He showed his chin in this fight. He showed his skills. He showed his power. He showed his speed. A little bit of footwork, and he took Kim apart. He took Kim's best punch, and Naoya Inoue had no problem taking his best punch. but could you take his punch? Um, as far as, fans coming into this fight now and saying, "Oh, weak opponent," or this, that. So I'm here to fill you in on what's going on. We all know that this opponent was where we were all thanking Yi Jun Kim for stepping up and giving us this fight right here. And most of us were commending him for taking such a dangerous opponent like Naoya Inoue. You know, um, Look, Kim just got knocked out for the first time in his life. Okay, and that'll be 3 losses now on your record. Okay, um, and I'm not sure if he loses his spot in the WBO ranking because he didn't really get put down by somebody in line. The champion's not in line. So I think maybe his WBO ranking may stay intact. Um, Kim did good for the most part, I thought. What's up, CJ? What's up? All right in the building. Haven't seen you in a while. All right. Naoya anyway is a real monster. He is the real deal. He's a real monster. To come in, take a last minute replacement, short notice. And to really get in there and mix it up, it really speaks to his warrior pedigree. Naoya Inoue could have also backed out of this fight. Let's just keep that in mind, guys, because when you get a last minute replacement, if you don't feel comfortable with the situation, you have the right to back out. They would have just put like maybe the co-main event, probably in the main event slot, but I don't think the fight would have sold as much, right? So Naoya Inoue really got in there. Uh, thank you for giving us this excitement. I wish I would have got up a little bit earlier, one fight earlier, but I pressed the snooze button on the alarm clock and I woke up and it was 6:19. That's exactly what happened, So no, it was a good fight while it lasted. My man Kim definitely stood up to the monster. Kim didn't um but everybody knew the task at hand. This is where you're asking a lot from this Kim dude. Um, you could see the boxing promoter walking on the side of him, 4 up, 4 down for him against Naoya Inoue and his promotional company. They're just like, wow, every fighter they get just goes in there and gets slaughtered by Naoya Inoue. And I like Naoya Inoue's decisions. I like his decisions. He's not being rushed. Although I want to see him at 126, that's still not out of the possibility in 2025. He didn't throw away the possibility and he didn't say he was just going to stay at 122. He said he was going to talk it over with his management, with Bob Arum and all of them. He was going to talk it over with them and perhaps, either the fight in maybe in Riyadh season could be at 126, perhaps. The fight in Las Vegas, I'm more on the line that it's gonna be 122, the one in Vegas, right? But the fight in Riyadh, now that fight has a potential to being at 126. Uh, Naoya Inoue looks strong today. He looked still a little thin. Um, it's starting to look like perhaps maybe he can make this 126. Um, it's not as easy to move up throughout these weight divisions. Some of these guys might just sit here and have you convinced that like fighters like Naoya Inoue should be fighting at 130 pounds or something like that. Now that's just a person that's coming into now coming to find out who Naoya Inoue is. That's not a person that's followed Naoya Inoue's career because you can tell that when a person says, "Oh, Naoya Inoue, he's 5'5", he should be already at 130 with Tank Davis and all of these other guys." Look at him, he's at 122, he looks skinny, blah blah blah. That's a person that's coming in to meet him right now. You could tell the difference from those fans, from the fans that have been watching him from the beginning, because the fan that been watching him from the beginning would automatically know Dude, what are you talking about? This guy started his career at 108, at 108 pounds. He's exactly where he needs to be. He shouldn't have been up here at 122, starting your career at 108. He jumped up 5 weight divisions. He only fought in 4 of them. He jumped over one, but that's 5 weight divisions. So for somebody to come in and say, "Oh, Naoya anyways at 122, he's 5'5", this and that," he should be fighting at 130. He's beating these guys because he's bigger. That would be a guy that knows absolutely nothing about Naoya Inoue, starting to like pick up on him in this fight or the last fight or something. You know what I mean? Because no one would say that if you knew exactly where he came from. You knew that he's up 5 weight divisions in his career from in his natural weight he started at. So, I believe that Naoya in a way, definitely, um, you know, sky's the limit. I know I'm definitely gonna back him no matter what decisions he makes, whether he wants to stay at 122, move up to 126. Shit, I already admire the guy for the outstanding accomplishments he has already accomplished today in the sport of boxing. It's truly remarkable. So, oh yeah, I gotta change my title and my name here real quick. I forgot. Uh was running so late. All right, let me switch the title and the thumbnail at least. Yeah, man. I I like the fight. I enjoyed it for as much as it lasted. I know it's kind of hard not getting excited right now. I can't be yelling. My daughter, my wife, and everybody's still sleeping, I think. Uh so guys, as a matter of fact, let me go check in on her with her real quick. Yeah, guys. What's up, guys? Let me answer some of your questions. Crypto, what's up? It is 100% out of the possibility. His next 2 fights already scheduled. Never expected Kim to beat Naoya anyway, but still hurt to see him. Yeah, you know, those are the risk in boxing. Um, Hats off to Kim for taking this fight, man. A real warrior. When the guy that was supposed to make this fight didn't have the cojones to show up. A lot of people might say, "Oh no, boxing injuries for Sam Goodman," and I'm just like, boxing bullshit, bro. Your coach, you're 10 days out from the fight, has you training like that to cut your eye, and then after the cut, 30 days, you shouldn't be sparring like that at all. Nursing a cut. No, I don't think Sam Goodman had the balls to get in there and mix it up with Naoya Inoue like Yi Jung Kim did. Yi Jung Kim, he was given an opportunity, man. He shot for the stars. He shot for the stars. Um, I don't think that Yi Jung Kim had enough skill. And I don't think he was quite ready for this fight, but he still took it. And I commend him for that. I commend him for being a warrior. I also commend Naoya Inoue for doing his job, for staying the undisputed world champion at 122 pounds, and for not, coming in here and allowing Kim to pull an upset. Remain the monster that you are. Remain the champion that you are, Naoya Inoue, and show the world what we've been talking about here at Round One Sports Talk, that we believe you are truly the best fighter in the world. ESPN right now just showed his pound for pound ranking, and they had him number 3. I can only imagine the first two, who the two people in front of him are. Has to be Usyk and Terrence Crawford, right? Okay, in which in fact, in reality, had it not been for the fact that Usyk and Terrence Crawford are fighting in a glamour division where the most eyes are on those two weight divisions right now, and Naoya Inoue was not fighting in a glamour division, and that's why I believe they're beating him out. Because if we was to put all three of their prestigious records on paper and we were to put them side by side, nobody's doing it quite like Naoya Inoue, and I can't understand why he is not in the number 1 spot. Usyk is not coming on his third unified title defense for all 4 belts. No, he's not. Terrence Crawford is not fighting for unification right now for any belt. He only has 1 belt. He fought 1 time a year. Usyk is coming off rematches. But this guy, historically, Naoya Inoue, is just defended all 4 belts for record breaking 3 times in the bantamweight division, at least, and he successfully completed his 24th title fight in a row. He's going to be entering his 25th now in the next fight, because the 24, that's a signed deal. So you mean to tell me the little guy that's doing way more work and is putting more at risk with fighting way more than both of you guys a year, but somehow these guys in ESPN stay in front of Naoya Inoue? I don't get it. I really don't get it. How can Terrence Crawford fight once a year and fight a guy with a record of 10 fights? And that is qualified for him for the best fighter in the world. Now, I look, I, as an American fighter, it might sound crazy. Why would you be arguing against your guy when you know that you're okay with Terrence Crawford being up there because you want it? But I'm as fair as they come when it comes to giving recognition to these fighters. Naoya Inoue is a little fighter. He's in a smaller weight division, but damn it, he's doing way more. And I can't understand why the boxing world doesn't see it. And I always told you, you shouldn't put a heavyweight championship on that list, because by not putting him in first place, what are you saying about the heavyweight championship? That's why I said a heavyweight championship should never be put on a list, because they are king. He is a king. He has the most prestigious belt in all of boxing. You should allow the rest of the divisions to fight for pound, right? But this is the way boxing politics roll. Boxing is more of a business than a sport, and they want to capitalize on these men. It's unfortunate that Naoya Inoue is in a smaller weight division, and although they want to give him his recognition for his achievements and his awards, I don't think they're quite being fair. Because if Naoya Inoue had it was the type of size that the rest of these guys have, he would definitely be getting more of the respect that he should be getting. Because I don't think he should be number 3. So he's 1 away from tying Saul right now. For the man to successfully unify all 4 belts. Saul has 4. Thank you. Gotta get some coffee in me, man. And I think he has potential on breaking that record. Absolutely. Um, so he might stick around at the 122. And like I said, I wouldn't mind that. I would welcome that. I would definitely welcome that. I see that Naoya Inoue is really destined for great things, and he really likes to give the fans a show. And really, he performed like a true warrior. You know, that's ballsy, man, to take the fight, to put everything you worked hard for, all for your belt on a very unknown fighter. in like 10 days notice. I can't tell you how many times I've seen when shit gone wrong in boxing and you end up losing to a guy you really shouldn't have been in the ring with in the first place. George Camboza versus Teofimo Lopez. You know, you're losing to a guy you should have never been in there with. Although that their situation is slightly different because George Camboza, you know, was given a full training camp and he was alerted and mandatory and so forth. But Tio at that time wanted to fight Devin Haney and things like that. You know, and it didn't work out for him. So Naoya, in a way, you know, I commend him, you know, for successfully defending his titles and fighting off another opponent that, you know, by technical standards, he shouldn't have been here, but by opportunity standards, thank you for stepping up. Thank you, Kim, for giving us this fight. It was exciting. I was nervous while the fight was going on because of all the unknowns. So I'm still watching the Naoya Inoue fight, and although I know how skilled, how special he is, we know what can happen in a fight. And until that referee said it was over with. I was nervous the entire time. So that goes to let me, it shows me how special Naoya Inoue is to me and to boxing. What he represents for the sport of boxing excellence. And if you want to achieve to be this kind of champion, this is what you have to do. You know, and I'm grateful to see that because for all the young men and little men and women, little girls and boys that are watching up and watching these men and women fight. Um, he's teaching them what it takes to become this kind of champion. And he's really raising the bar. So if you're gonna try to come after Naoya in a way when it's all said and done in his career, he's gonna make sure that the bar and the legacy that he left behind is not gonna be too easy to beat. You know, you're gonna have to put in some work if you're gonna chase Naoya Inoue down. With every fight, he really is adding more to his legacy. So I always like and enjoy to see fighters, but when we're watching shit like this unfold, this is truly legend, history stuff unfolding right in before our eyes. With every fight he makes, he's adding more to his boxing history and his credentials and his resume. And it's gonna be hard to chase him down. So now, look, we're gonna get him in Las Vegas. I'm gonna tell you right now, my wife is sitting right here. I will sell everything we have to get to that fight in Las Vegas. Right? I gotta be there. I gotta be there. You know, even if we can only afford one ticket, baby. You know, just wait outside under the hot desert sun. You'll be okay. I'll leave you a gallon of water. You know, um, no, he's special. He's definitely special, and I hope to get a glimpse of him, and I hope to be lucky and fortunate enough. So, listen, help your brother out here at Round One Sports Talk. Donate to the channel, man. Let's get one of us out there, okay? Um, oh man, that would be amazing to get out there and see him fight. And I wonder who it would be at that time. Um, if he's staying at 122, MJ just might get his wish. I know Bob Arum said Picasso, WBC. Uh, things are always subject to change. I think that Abmadalia's team just might get MJ in there. I don't think David Picasso is going to argue the point. I'm curious to see what organization is next in line, how this Sam Goodman debacle affects the order and who Naoya Inoue has to fight next. He has 4 mandatories, so you're gonna have other fighters moving up in the ranking, saying yelling their number 1 ranking. Oh, he's my mandatory now. Because where does this put Sam Goodman? Where does this put the other fighters in the division? Um, Hey, the longer he stays at 122, we might have a John Casamaro fight. You know, you just don't know. John Casamaro has been lingering in the back there, and truly, he rightfully so. Once upon a time, was deserving of a fight of Naoya Inoue. They were both on good winning streaks. They were both champions at this time. At one point in time, with John Casamaro, and then the Corona epidemic hit hard. We really got like right in there, and then the fight never materialized between John Casamaro. But I would welcome a fight with John Casamaro for Naoya Inoue. Definitely, with the guys that we have left, the only two guys for me right now, David Picasso. I'm sorry. I know that you respectfully moved up and got your position in line, but there have already been big fights here that the fans and myself wanted to see. So I'm sorry, David Picasso. I'm gonna have to put you to the side a little bit because I think that the two top guys, and I'm not sure if I'm alone on this or if you guys agree with me, but I think MJ rightfully deserves the shot now. And I'm not saying that John Casamara deserves a shot over Picasso so much, but I think there's history there. There was history there. There was a fight there, and I just think that for the fans wanted to see that way before we ever thought about some Dave Picasso dude. Okay, and I understand he's for the W. He's making of his ranking system, but I believe I'm not alone on that. I think that those are the two guys, and um, you know, uh, maybe you might get MJ in Riyadh season, right? And John Casamara in Las Vegas. You get John Casamara and Naoya Inoue in Vegas, and MJ in Riyadh season. And the only reason why I say that is because of the Muslim culture and everything, Armand Tapales, and going out there. Um, I mean, you can do either one of them. It doesn't really matter. And you can do that back, vice versa. It really doesn't matter. Naoya anyway is going to sell no matter what. And let me read some of your messages. What you guys think? Pacific Attack Kim could have survived the round if his ego wasn't so big. Yeah, yeah. hmm Sometimes, like, you ever see a poker face? Then people talk about a poker face, or you try to show your opponent that you're not scared of him, right? Sometimes that can go wrong for you. You ever see the guy when he gets hit big, hits gets he gets hit really big in the fight? What's he do? He starts smiling, and the other guy knows, oh, you're hurt. You try to smile to tell him that you're not hurt, but the smile that you gave him revealed you are hurt. And sometimes you can do the wrong reaction thinking it would discourage your opponent from coming in. Kim got hit hard. He hit his gloves and invited him in. And was like, yeah, come on, come on. And that was supposed to discourage Naoya Inoue from not coming in. Naoya Inoue said, no, you're hurt. And he saw through his little Academy Award performance, and he did not get the Oscar because Naoya Inoue was not buying your acting. He was like, your acting is not muy bueno. You are hurt. And he went in and destroyed him. Um, for as much as what we want to dissect in this fight, I know as a fight fan right now that I'm not going to look too much into it because although I want to really like give Naoya Inoue a lot of his flowers on how he dismantled this man, but this man deserves respect. And I also have to remember that he was a last minute replacement. So unfortunately, for as much as I want to say that how Naoya Inoue destroyed him and vice versa, and Kim coming out and really like lasting this long with him, I gotta understand that and address the elephant in the room in this situation. Had they both had training camps and this been a real opponent for Naoya Inoue, he would have had studied him, know more about him, and I'm not sure with his skills, he would have lasted this long. I think, in fact, he lasted a round longer because Naoya Inoue didn't just go in there. He had a little bit of more of a feel out process, and he had to make some adjustments and good reads to really get a feel for the guy. And I told you that Naoya Inoue was an elite fighter, and that an elite fighter can do it in the moment, and he showed. Naoya Inoue showed you that tonight. It didn't take him 6, 8 rounds to figure you out. It didn't take him, a back and forth. No, in the moment, Naoya Inoue started to figure him out. And by the second round, he truly had him figured out, but he didn't, he remembers when Pantera Nari put him down. If you don't think that that's in the mind of Naoya Inoue, it is. He's just trying to not think about that. He's in there just trying to be himself. And at the same time, he's like, man, I got a little carried away and Luis Pantera Nari caught me. And I'm going to tell you right now, in this fight, Naoya Inoue was getting a little carried away. Yes, he was. I'm going to tell you right now, I want to go back and watch that fight again. And I want to show you guys the highlights. We're going to watch it. I know exactly when he hit him. I saw the punch. It hit Naoya Inoue, and I mean flush. Kim hit him with everything he had. And Naoya Inoue walked through it, man. You could see the knot on Naoya Inoue's eye right here starting to form. He's going to get a good little knot off that punch. And that's the punch I'm talking about. That was the shot he caught him with. He hit Naoya Inoue. Naoya went, it did just like this. He went, boom. And kept going forward. I was like, oh, shit. Yo, he just took your best shot. Your best shot. Walked through it. Once Naoya Inoue took his best shot, he walked him down. He walked him down. Mexico Boxing #1. Good fight. Thank you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Mexico Boxing in the building. Where do all fights start? Round 1. Come on, people. Soon as I saw those first big body shots, Kim dropped his hands. I knew he was going to get knocked out. Yeah, there's too many S's. You're messing up with my eyes right now. It's too early in the morning for this, bro. Yo, it's funny, right? Y'all want to see what I be using for glasses to see? They're not glasses. This is why I don't put them on, man, right? Because they're not glasses. I usually actually use this for like soldering and shit, and for small crafting like design shits. I like do shit. I'm an artist too. I airbrush. I also draw and stuff. I do other stuff besides this, right? But when I be having to read something, my girl be like, "Put on your glasses. Put on your glasses." Right? And I be telling her, "Nah, I ain't putting them on because this is the closest thing that helps me like read stuff." And I'm gonna show y'all why I don't be putting them on because this shit is funny as shit, right? Look, check it out. Look. Yo, I can see everything though. Now I can read everything if I was, but it's too far, right? And like these are like my working ones, and I be putting it on, and they got like a light, like look, right? And if I was to go up like this, Rasan, Move Stranger, Pacific Attack. Yeah. See, I can see y'all shit now. But yo, that's how blind I am. Look how thick this shit is. Look how thick it is. But if I'm too far away, it's real blurry. I would have to get like right here with it. in order to see y'all shit. That's how I've been seeing. That's how bad my eyes are that I gotta go and eventually get this damn doctor's appointment. But yeah, I thought you guys would get a laugh out of that. Pacific, what's up, baby? Yo, it's bad. My wife be getting on me. She's like, put on your glasses. And, oh, you can't read the things? You know why? Because you don't got, so put them on. And she thinks like I'm embarrassed to do it. I'm like, yeah, it looks weird, funny. My mans, they gonna laugh at me and shit, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been criticized before, jokes and shit. I got jokes too. You know what I mean? You want to say I got jokes too? Yeah, yeah, but that's them. That's them. That's what I use. That's what I use. I gotta fix my eyes, guys. But listen, guys. You gotta get yourself a pair of those. Come on, baby. Yeah. Hey, listen. They come with a special light feature and everything. Huh? Styling. Hey, yo. And then these, they come off and you can even get them thicker. Yeah, I got like 7 clip-on ones. Those were the thinner ones. Yeah, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Fire gun, what? The monster has a chin. Oh, he has one. He has a strong beard, baby. Like, my man, like, yo, ate that shot, bro. And Kim showed that he had power. Kim definitely showed he had power. We took a look at some of his opponents, some of his highlights, and when he caught the guy's flush, he was putting him down. He was putting him down. Naoya Inoue is just a complete package when it comes to a fighter. He uses all his elements to beat you. He shows that really that, it's not just his style or his power, because you're fighting him as a fighter. And I understand that. You're fighting his power, his style, his technique. What happens when you can get through that and you get through the defenses and you finally land that shot on his chin just to find out that you were able to get through the power, able to get through the skills, just to get to the front door of the castle to find out that the fucking front door is solid steel. You're like, bing! Oh no! Oh no! Like our weapon that we use, our battering ram, we was gonna knock the front door down with, crushed. Oh no! Wait a minute. You're also fighting against that too? Man, that's got to be unfair. It's got to be unfair. Kim got his moment. He got the shot off. That's got to be discouraging. When you go home and at the end of the fight, you say to yourself, well, if I never got to land that shot, he was that much better than me. But the shot you were probably fantasizing in your room, in your hotel, if I can just catch him with this shot right here, I'm going to put him down. If I can just hit him with this shot, my man landed it. It did nothing. And absolutely nothing. The shot he was probably I know. Because that would be something I would be thinking about. If I could just land that. Boom. Once I land it, boom. I know I'm to get the punch off and be like, pop. And he's like, that's got to be discouraging. That's got to be discouraging. And Naoya Inoue was already had him in a lot of trouble in silence. You can see Kim's eye, and I had already called it in round 2. I saw it real quick when Naoya Inoue hit him. I looked at it like that. I was like, look at his eye already. And it was bubbling. The announcers didn't even catch on to it. But I seen it quick. And I knew that I was going to give him a lot of problems. It was going to blow up if the fight continued. So he comes out in the 3rd round, and Kim still has a great poker face. I got to admit, he got hit with some big shots. My man didn't even flinch. He didn't go like this. He didn't do any of that shit. Once he saw that he lost, the ref counted him out. He let it all out, all his feelings. He fought his heart out. And he really tried to come in there and win. There's a big opportunity. He has nothing to hold his head down. Kim, my man, from me to you, it took arguably the greatest fighter and the greatest talent of our generation to knock you out. A lot of people might say, oh, you got knocked out by this guy, but this is the way I see it, Kim. You can honestly say on your resume, when it's all said and done in your career, you shared the ring with Naoya Inoue. And in some regards, to me, that's better than fighting for any of those secondary belts, any interim or regular belt in the world. I would rather have Naoya Inoue's name on my record than be fighting for any interim regular belt in the world. What do you guys feel about that? I feel that it's more important, the men and women on your resume, than you just being undefeated, fighting a bunch of nobodies. What the hell? Okay, yeah, cool, you're undefeated. But you didn't fight anybody. Kim might not be undefeated, and he might have lost to Naoya Inoue, but he lost to probably one of the greatest fighters of our generation, and he can actually say, I fought him. I think that's amazing. I think Kim should be proud of his moment. I think Kim could take a lot from this lesson here and what occurred in that ring. I believe that Kim can even capitalize off a little star status now. I think none of us would have known who the hell he was had it not been for Naoya Inoue. And I'm not sure if I'm speaking for you guys, but I'm going to speak for myself. I did not know who this guy was. I'm familiar with who he is now. Why? Because he fought Naoya Inoue. And I think the boxing guys should take care of that man because he stepped up and gave you this night in Japan. He gave Naoya Inoue a fight. Not a fight on the line where it was competitive, but he gave him a fight where that they showed up to the fight in that regard. You know what I'm saying? So, thank you, Kim. Thank you. Thank you. Your efforts are not unknown. If anybody doesn't want to give you your flowers, Kim, here at Round One Sports Talk, we give the fighters their flowers. And these people need to stop the cap on these guys just because they don't have big names or this and that. This man saved the night, and I believe that should be commended. So yeah, Naoya Inoue look tough, tough man. I can't say enough about him. He really showed different trades, and I think on this fight right here, he reminded the world that he does not have a soft ass chin. In fact, he has an iron chin. In fact, I said this. I truly believe this, that if Luis Pantera Nari would have caught anybody else with that check hook like he caught Naoya Inoue, he knocks everybody else out. Clear out. I think Naoya Inoue took that punch fairly well from Luis Pantera Nari, and I really believe that. I really believe if he would have caught anybody else, it would have been anybody else. I just think that Naoya Inoue, his recuperative powers from that punch when Naoya Inoue when Luis Pantera put Naoya Inoue down, when he got up off that ground, being the first time this has ever happened to you, and you've never experienced this, I can see if you've been knocked down a few times and then you got up And you'd be like, I've been here before. I know how to deal with this. That's different. This is it, Naoya Inoue being put down in the first time in his freaking career as an amateur and pro. He ain't never been knocked down like this. He never been hurt like that. For him to get up off that mat, handle adversity, clear his mind, assess the situation, attack, defend yourself from the guy that just dropped you, get your head back into the game, kid, and win the fight. He answered a lot of questions for me on that night. Just like silently, he answered a lot of questions for me this morning. Because I wanted to see if he's moving up in weight, if these guys are getting, their punches are too strong for him at 122. And I wanted to see if he got cracked again, if his legs are underneath him. You know, because you can beat one guy at a weight division, doesn't mean you can beat everybody. Gervonta Davis beat Mario Barria at 140. But if you asked me at the time, did I believe he could clean out the 140 division? I said, hell no. You could beat somebody in a division. It doesn't mean you're beating the toughest or the biggest fighters the division has to offer. Naoya Inoue, if this is his 5th fight in the division, remarkably, they've all been left-hand fighters. It got me nervous because of the fact that he was constantly fighting left-hand fighters, which we talked about this, and I thought that he was preparing for one of the biggest left-hand fighters in the world, was Gervonta Davis. I no longer feel exactly like that, but I think he's also just, testing himself as a fighter. At the time, he probably wanted to fight some more left-hand fighters, and boy, did he get his wish. I don't think he thought 5 fighters like this in a row were all going to be left-handed. I don't think Naoya Inoue anticipated that, because it's obvious Sam Goodman was supposed to be his next opponent. You know what I'm saying? So that was obvious. It wasn't another left-handed fighter. This left-handed fighter should have never been there, and TJ Doheny should have never been there. So I think he took the left-handed shots, with Luis Pantera Nari and everything. He wanted that, but I don't think he had anticipated Kim and TJ Doheny. That I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Lloyd? How you doing, brother? L741L, all hype. Who's all hype? Which guy's all hype? Why whenever he brings up Tank, he says something negative? Why do when I bring up Tank, I say something negative? What did I say negative about Tank right now? What did I when I know I referenced Tank Davis towards Naoya Inoue, but where was the negative thing at? Let me see. I don't know. I'll probably hear it later. Tell Tank to unify. That's not gonna happen. Goodman would have been fighting scared. I doubt he would have lasted a further than Kim. This fight was weak. Okay. Well, my man, to the guy that's L741 whatever. Yeah, no shit, because Kim was a replacement. Yeah, thank you, Lloyd. You know what I'm saying, for answering that question for me. You guys know what it is. It's these casual fans that come on and that like to be argumentative because they come on every show because they watch all the other YouTube shows just constantly argue. He doesn't understand he's actually at a boxing channel here, and at Round One Sports Talk, we respect all fighters and we calmly address the situations. And since we're in the loop and in the know, and you guys tune in at Round One Sports Talk, we already knew, this wasn't that type of fight where we're downing this guy for taking a lower opposition. This is not that kind of situation. This is not where we're accusing the guy as a cherry pick because he actually went into a training camp and picked this guy. See, those are just fans that speak to try to like stir things up because they always like to go on these shows and argue. We know who those guys are, but welcome here anyway at Round One Sports Talk. We'll show you a different way of seeing boxing. You could join a better community here at Round One Sports Talk where we laugh, we joke around, we shoot the shit, and we talk about real situations in boxing. Criticizing Naoya Inoue or downing his opponent by pointing out what? The obvious? Thank you, Captain Obvious. We all knew this. It's like he comes into the chat, he's like, nah, brother, we hip. We're well informed here. But we also know what the situation is. And Naoya Inoue, obviously, this wasn't a weak fight. Kim lasted actually longer than I thought. Actually, Naoya Inoue has beaten better fighters in one round. In one round, he's beat better fighters in one round. He really has. He respected Kim, didn't know too much about him, and I'm telling you, there was a feel-out process. Had it been a legit fight, like Kim was scheduled and they had a training camp, I don't think he makes it to round 4. I think what helped him make it to round 4 was the unknown that Naoya Inoue didn't know about him. Trust me what I'm telling you guys. I really feel that way. I feel that if Naoya would have known more about him or trained to fight him, in fact, he would remember he was training to fight a right-handed fighter. In 12 days, he made an adjustment back to fight a left-handed fighter. I'm not saying that Naoya doesn't have the skill to make that kind of adjustment, but it could be a monkey wrench. How many skilled fighters we seen in late placement, replacement come in there and whoop the dude's butt? It's at this level, not all fighters fight with a game plan. Navarrete comes out there, he kind of lets nature takes his course. You understand? But I think for this high in the level of the game, Naoya Inoue is putting a lot at stake. He's putting up 4 belts. His status as the greatest fighter in Japan. He's putting all that on the line. You can't just go in there just gun blazing, let me knock this guy out because you feel he's that much better than him. You make one mistake and you can lose everything. So let's not act like Naoya Inoue should have went in there like Superman and just steamrolled this guy. Now you're thinking of cartoon shit. He was actually a human being that is a professional fighter. I don't care what his style is or where he is. He is a professional fighter, right? He is registered, right? That is his job, right? Okay, then that man is dangerous. So you got to respect him. You got to respect him, or you can you can get knocked out. So for what the fight was, the significance of the fight, what we know about the fight, the lace replacement, everything, I think it was a great fight. I think Kim threw more 1-2s and hit Naoya Inoue way better. I think in actuality, you want to keep it funky? I'm going to go on record and say this. I think Kim would have gave him a better fight than Sam Goodman. Dare I said it. I don't think Sam Goodman hits or connects on Naoya Inoue like Kim did. That knot Naoya Inoue got right there, Sam Goodman doesn't give that knot to Naoya Inoue. So say that about Kim. And I'll stand on that. That Korean dude fought stronger, harder, and he actually tried to fight Naoya Inoue. You guys saw it. In a few times he went right through Naoya Inoue's guard and hit him. Although I think Naoya Inoue was definitely enticing him to open up more, Kim was fighting. In my head, all I see Sam Goodman doing, you know what kind of fight I saw Sam Goodman in my head? The Paul Butler fight. You know how Paul Butler fought Naoya Inoue? That's exactly what I saw Naoya Inoue turning Sam Goodman in my head. He was going to turn him into Paul Butler. I think Yi Jung Kim had bigger balls than Sam Goodman, and he would have fought Naoya stronger. In fact, and I think Sam Goodman, his chin and his size and everything wasn't as durable as Kim, if you ask me. I know that Sam Goodman's undefeated. For some reason, something in my gut tells me Naoya Inoue would have steamrolled him stronger, faster than he did Kim, because Kim had certain elements on his side. You know, he had the unknown. You know, he had a couple things on his side, though. He did. I mean, Naoya Inoue was preparing to do a number on Sam Goodman. He was preparing to do a number on that man. And I think that man caught wind of it and found the way out, and, you know, and he gave it to Kim there. Um, but like I said, I just want to commend Kim, man. You know, it's not every day you get a kind of phone call like that and to step up. You know, if you were a boxer in your career and you got that phone call, uh, you know, you would like to think you're tough enough to say, yeah, I would fight Naoya anyway. That's bullshit, bro. That's so much bullshit. That's cap right there, because not everybody wants to take that kind of chance in that short time. You know, your manager, your handlers, they're gonna tell you, hey kid, you know, I understand you're eager to fight for 4 belts, but you don't want to just lose your place in line on 12 days notice. If you truly are gonna get your opportunity at this man, you know, keep fighting, keep winning, and then earn your way and get a full training camp. So at least if you lose, you don't lose your opportunity, and you don't go down saying, man, if I had a full training camp, things would have been different. You don't want to be that guy. You know, so decisions like this, sometimes there's fighters that are like, man, I would love to take this fight. I'm just not going to be ready. And I have to be honest with myself. I would love the opportunity, but I'm not willing to go in there and just lose to help you guys sell your fight. You know what I mean? And put a loss on my record. You're going to use me to mess up my record just to give your guy a night. And, you know, and everybody's not eager to do that. Not everybody, you know. So I really commend Kim for coming in and you know, showing up. You know, he had a different level of respect for Naoya in a way, a different approach to his fight. Um, when I was checking him out and I was checking out some of his fights, I did notice that he had a way more different approach. He respected Naoya Inoue a lot. Um, Remember when we were talking about he likes to come down with his hands? He was definitely in the high guard, alert. Um, you know, and Naoya Inoue showed him why he is who he is, the monster. Let me read some of your messages here. Paul Butler fight was boring. The Paul Butler fight was boring. It was boring in the sense that Paul Butler gave you no action, but it wasn't boring in the sense that Naoya Inoue turned him into a human punching bag. He literally had him in the corner just teeing off on him. And Paul Butler was just shook. He didn't want to open up. He knew that if he opened up in the exchanges, like Naoya in a way was trying to get Kim to open up, he knew he was going to get hit big in the exchanges. And Paul Butler was just trying to wait and buy himself some time. And his mind, Naoya in a way basically turned him into a one punch fighter, where that he was relying on one punch to try to come back in the fight. He was trying to see if Naoya Inoue got a little greedy and maybe Paul Butler would be able to hit him with that big shot over the top, which in fact, Paul Butler was another fighter that did in fact get a good shot off of Naoya Inoue. And when he looked up, Naoya Inoue was still standing there throwing punches back. And he was like, shit, I just landed my best shot on the man and it did nothing to him. And he brutalized Paul Butler. It was a boring fight in the sense that Paul Butler just didn't do his part as a fighter in the ring. Naoya Inoue was doing everything he wanted to do. It was just that Paul Butler didn't make the fight exciting. And I agree. Naoya Inoue just He took the fight right out of him. And Paul Butler is a good fighter. Like if you was to go on YouTube and look up Paul Butler's highlights, you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. He fought other Japanese fighters, Filipino fighters, and slipping punches, pow, 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 dropping dudes. All these guys look amazing. They were world champions. Paul Butler was a world champion. They knocking all these people out, and they're looking amazing. And they get in the ring with Naoya Inoue, and they don't look like that. He makes it look so easy that when you look at these guys, you go, oh, these guys were nobody. That's bullshit. I dare you to go watch who Emmanuel Rodriguez is. Donito Donaire. Paul Butler. All of these guys. I dare you to go back and look at these guys' fights. These guys were fighters, man. And for all this shit that people talked about, old ass TJ Doheny, really, he's never been knocked out in his career. The guy that Naoya Inoue supposed to fight, Sam Goodman, went 12 rounds with TJ Doheny. Sam Goodman won the fight. He couldn't stop TJ Doheny. Nobody could. Naoya Inoue knocks him out and almost breaks his back. Kim lost twice. He ain't never been knocked out. Naoya Inoue introduced him what it's like to be knocked out. Naoya Inoue just knocked him out within 4 rounds, and nobody's done that to him. Some of these small, subtle things, like people are not like, oh yeah, it wasn't a worthy opponent, or this guy. Nah, most of these guys were worthy. Don't you understand? In Naoya Inoue's contract, it specifies I want to fight only the best fighters. That's in his contract. If he feels like Bob Arum he can opt out of his contract. That's a legitimate way he can opt out of his contract. Because it's in his contract. I'm only fighting the best. In a situation like this, Bob Arum's telling him this was the best fighter we can get to you on short notice. No one else was going to take it. So Naoya Inoue was like, you did your job then. Because you actually got me the best fighter you can possibly get me in 12 days' time. That's who they came up with. They did their job. But if you look at Naoya Inoue's resume, he has 5 fights in 125-pound weight division. His last 4 fighters were all world champions. They were either former world champions or unified world champions. So how is he fighting anything under? TJ Doheny was a world champion. Luis Pantera Nari was a world champion. Both Marlon Tapales and Stephen Kubo Fulton were current world champions. 4 world champions leading into this fight. So that's why when I say, when people talk about this guy, if they don't know what they're talking about or the situation or what you're awarded for in fights. Yeah, Luis Pantera Nari didn't have a belt coming into the fight, but he had championship credentials. He is a legit world champion. So if you beat him, you beat a world champion. So, you know what I mean? You follow me? So, he was supposed to fight Sam Goodman. Didn't happen. Now we're looking towards the future. I can't wait. I know before I blink, Naoya Inoue will be back in this ring. I'm telling you guys, within 4 months, 3.5 months, Naoya Inoue will be back in the ring. He's going to try to fight 4 times this year. This was a little hiccup right here, a little 30-day setback. He's going to try to shave the days. I know it. Naoya Inoue is going to try to squeeze in 4 fights. He really is. Hopefully, trying to schedule a Naoya Inoue fight is getting more difficult as the days go by, and the more bigger a celebrity. He might want to fight 4 times a year, but it might not be possible to put up 4 kind of those events in a year. It's typically easier to put smaller fight events together than it is of these kind. Now that the Saudi Prince is involved, let's see if they can keep up with Naoya Inoue in his speed, the way he wants to fight. A lot of people makes promises in this business, but as you can see, not everything goes as planned in this business. So this is the fight business, and I hope you and guys enjoyed Naoya Inoue fighting. I can understand that it is early to watch him fight, but I do know that it is exciting to watch him fight. He is truly good for the sport of boxing, Naoya Inoue. And thank you for being excellent, Naoya Inoue, and showing these young men and women out there what it excellent really truly looks like. And when you get these opportunities and you have to handle adversity and opponents dropping out and replacements in, that you show up like a champion and you perform as such. Thank you, Naoya Inoue, for being the champion that you are. Thank you for doing everything that you do in the sport of boxing. And thank you for elevating the bar. Okay. And if there's anybody out there, American fighters that are looking to do some of Naoya Inoue stuff, well, in boxing, there are no shortcuts. You're gonna have to go for it. And this is what this looks like. So thank you, Naoya Inoue, for being in my era and giving me the privilege to watch such an amazing fighter such as yourself. And in a time where sometimes we can get lost with thinking of this fantasy fighter, a Superman type S fighter. Um, thank you for being as close as possible to that. Naoya, in a way, you're truly remarkable, brother. You're truly remarkable, and I can't wait to see you. Hey, yo, Mark, what's up, brother? How you doing? What you saying there? Kim, Goodman, MJ, nobody's KO, no problem. Yeah, my man. I don't think Naoya in a way. I think he's number one. I don't think that Sam Goodman was gonna do anything. I don't think any of these guys were actually gonna do anything to such a fighter like Naoya in a way. I think that the real challenges lie ahead. I think the real challenges lie at 126. Absolutely. Let me see what else you guys got to say. Mark, how you doing, brother? Now I want to see Inoue fight in Vegas against Picasso. Does that say us or versus them? It say Ball, Figueroa. If he moves up at 126, Agmedalia maybe. If he stays at 122, yes, I agree. Also, if Fulton won against Figueroa in February 1st, Benavides versus Morale undercard. Maybe a rematch will be possible in Vegas. Maybe, possibly, that could be a good one. This dude, here we go. This dude, um, okay. I'm careful about reading your things because I know you. Yeah, like, you don't think that Figueroa wants any part of Naoya in a way? Um, Figueroa, the way I rate him is like a taller version of Luis Pantera Nari. That's it. Kind of like Rock'em Sock'em guy, volume punches, wants to put your head to head, and just in the inside. That Naoya Inoue is not gonna. He, you know, Naoya Inoue has been known to do exactly what you do best and beat you at your own game. He's done that in multiple fights. Sometime he'll fight his own style fight, or sometime he'll hop into your style right in front of you like a chameleon and like beat you in your own style. Um, so it depends. I don't know. I don't. He has so many different ways that he would be, but Brandon Figueroa is not the type of fighter that styles make fights, and Naoya Inoue's style would be a nightmare for him. I think he's too much of a sharpshooter. He's not willing to like stand there like a lot of fighters do with Brandon Figueroa and really like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. He wasn't cocky. He was ready to go home. This dude is crazy. Nah, you could say that he basically did a few rounds sparring and got out of there. No, that's not how that goes, bro. I don't believe that, not even for 1 second. I believe that Yi Jung Kim really went for his opportunity. Naoya Inoue just shut him down and was just a better fighter. And made it look like couple sparring rounds and just went home. That man was crying in his corner. That's how passionate he was about it. And that's when he lost. That's he felt that shit, bro. That man was in tears in the corner. He didn't want his night to end. He wanted, if he could, he would would have went the full 12 rounds and got a moral victory out of fighting Naoya anyway, but he didn't. So in that regards, Naoya in a way made it a short night and made it look like that because of his excellence, not because of Yi Jung Kim. I don't think that you can say that he went in there for a paycheck and got a few rounds in. That would be just not giving Kim any credit for nothing. That would be harsh to say. I think that that young man went in there and truly fought his heart out. He was just in there with a much better fighter. That's what I saw. I saw that Naoya Inoue packed him up, dealt with him, and got him out of there. That's all. And you could sit back from your living room and discredit Yi Jung Kim and say, "Oh, he didn't do much. He didn't do no, no, no. He did everything he possibly can do." Naoya Inoue shut him down. Kim, I told you, he did land that shot he needed to land. He did it. Um, Naoya Inoue was just a much better fighter. That's all. And by discrediting Kim, and you're also trying to discredit Naoya Inoue, I see what you're doing to try to say like he's a hype job, this, that, and everything. Well, if Naoya Inoue is a hype job, and when you came on my show, those were the first words, and I can automatically see that you've been listening to these other fake channels that have been trying to discredit the best fighter in the world because he doesn't match their fighter's skin color. And that's the God honest truth. How could Naoya Inoue be the hype job? That's got to be one of the toughest hype jobs I've ever seen in my life. 28, 29 fights, 26 by ways of knockout, unified in two separate weight divisions. And then the people will say, well, there was nobody there. Really? Then why in the 100 years of boxing in the welterweight division, no one has ever done what Naoya Inoue has done? For out of all the Hall of Fame fighters that have come from the welterweight, super welterweight division, not one person can mirror even remotely. These guys are not even getting 3 belts. The competition is so fierce and so strong down there at that weight division. They're like lightning in a bottle that the belts are constantly changing hands. There has never been one man so dominant to ward off all attacks and to prove that he's the king. There's too many skilled guys down there. Naoya Inoue walked, and I mean walked, like he had not a care in the world on a hot sunny day through all the divisions. He made it look easy, which speaks to the level that he's on. But it would also give you a false sense that these guys are not that good. Why? Because he's that much better. No one, and I mean no one, has been able to mirror Naoya Inoue's success. Not Junto Nakatoni, not none of these guys down there, not Donaire, not none of them. For as much as all these guys want to talk, have Bam Bam Rodriguez that is coming up in the same weight division Naoya Inoue is doing. If that Mexican dude was so good and Junto Nakatoni was such a badass dude, why ain't none of them even close to an achieving just a third of what Naoya Inoue done? Because there's a bunch of killers down there, bro. And you got to tread carefully in that division. There's sharks in those waters. A man that sits at home and just types on his computer and can just quickly down what all these people are doing, you probably not haven't been in a lot of fights in your life then. Those guys down there are lightning in a bottle. Junto Nakatoni can fight. Bam Bam Rodriguez can fight. And they're not even close in the same weight divisions Naoya Inoue was in, with basically the same competition and the same things. Naoya Inoue, by the time he had 8 professional fights, he already had Bam Bam Rodriguez's career in his back pocket. By 10 professional fights, he already dominated everything Junto Nakatoni has ever done in his boxing career. Talk about the man ain't special. Naoya Inoue, he is a remarkable. None of these dudes is mirroring what he's doing, but it's easy to talk. Talk is cheap. Talk about Naoya Inoue ain't doing much, ain't doing this, hype job that. Psst. Bro, the only hype job here are the people that repeat that shit. You don't know what you're talking about. How are you going to call probably the greatest talent hype job? Hype job, really? Who are you comparing him to? Where's your measuring stick? If he's a hype job, give me somebody, and I mean anybody, that you're going to put him against. I'll challenge you. Shit. And if you even, it's at 7 o'clock in the morning, but we can get it popping. I'll drop the link. Prove to me that there's a better fighter that exists out there in the world. Here's the link. You have a safe platform. I don't have to disrespect you at 7 in the morning. I'll hear you out. I'll let you go, then I'll go. I would love to hear who you got. Who are you comparing him to if he's a hype job? Tell me what's not a hype job. Who's not a hype job in boxing? If this guy is. It's ridiculous. It truly is ridiculous. These guys got to stop, like, just repeating shit, because it just sounds good. He's going to say Tank. I pray to God he doesn't say Tank. Please don't make it that easy. Oh, my God, I would destroy you. Come back when you're ready for the smoke, real smoke. These guys been dropping to their knees. Tank is the best. Oh no, he never been down. The reason why Tank Davis has never been down in a fight because he doesn't fight the best fighters in the world. And Tank never been down. Yeah, he fights B-level competition. His last fighter, he fought Frank the Ghost Martin. He's never competed for a world title. He's never won a world title in his entire life. The fights after that, he fought what? Rolly and Ryan Garcia. Rolly? That's an elite fighter, Rolly? So you're bragging off Tank Davis with fighting competition, Frank the Ghost Martin and Rolly and Garcia. That's who you're saying rather than Naoya Inoue on his resume. He fights Hall of Fame fighters. Nonito Donaire is a 4-division world champion. Hall of Fame fighters. Tank Davis doesn't have one Hall of Fame fighter on his resume. Tank Davis has never fought a champion at 135 to present date. Tank Davis got emailed that belt. He fought a fax machine and knocked out the fax machine in the first round. Because name me one champion that he beat to solidify his world championship. He's an email champion that doesn't fight none of the top fighters. He won't fight Loma, Shakur, Tio, Devin. He ducked all the smoke. Naoya Inoue has never ducked anyone in his career. 24 consecutive world championship fights in a row. unified all the belts in his weight division, and he's telling everybody in the weight division there's only one king here. Where in Tank Davis division, he's cool with everybody else having a belt and being equal. Tank is not the best champion at 135. How could you be better than me if we all have the same thing? I have one belt, you have one, and you have one. In order for you to be considered better than me, wouldn't you have to have more? Wouldn't you have to have two at least? How could we all have one belt and he be considered the baddest man on the planet or the baddest man in division? Naoya Inoue doesn't play that shit. Naoya Inoue said, no, I am the baddest man in the division and I'll take all the belts. He unified all 4 belts in 6 months. Gervonta Davis can't truly hold his jockstrap in the gym. When it comes to accolades, no. Gervonta might be a bigger puncher. He might be a bigger man. I think Gervonta will give Naoya Inoue a lot of trouble, but that's because they're in 2 separate weight divisions. He's much bigger. Naoya Inoue came from 108. But since I'm a realist and I can only judge you for what you did in your own weight division, Tank gets credit for what he does in his weight division. Naoya gets credit for what he does in his weight division. This fantasy island type thing argument where that you think that Tank can beat him. No, we're not going down that fantasy island argument. That's childish. Why don't we keep it real? What did Tank do in his division and what's Naoya doing in his division? And as far as accomplishments, Tank Davis can't even, he not only can he not walk into Naoya Inoue's room, he can't even hang out in the hallway. They'll kick him out for loitering. No bums here allowed. Get out of here. You're not that kind of fighter. People that can hang out with Naoya Inoue in that room, Terrence Crawford, Usyk, people like that, they're invited to the party. They can hang out in Naoya Inoue's room. Those are those kind of champions. Tank Davis, I'm not sure if they'll let him in the parking lot. With one belt on your resume, you only beat one real world champion, Jose Pedraza, at 130. You didn't beat no champion at 135. You might be a 2 division champion, but you're an email champion. For God's sake, all you really have, Tank Davis, is 1 division in actuality. Nah, you can't even turn into the parking lot of Naoya Inoue's building. Hell no. They won't even accept Tank Davis there. Devin Haney can come there. Devin Haney can hang out in the hallway. He's been unified in 1 weight division already. He deserves it. He might not be able to walk into the room, but he can hang in the hallway. Tank can't even do that. Wow. I hope he didn't say Tank Davis, bro, against Naoya Inoue. I wish he would have been smart enough to say Terrence Crawford or Usyk. Not Tank Davis. Not a guy that's ducking all the smoke and compare him to a guy that's ducking no smoke. That's freaking ridiculous. Why would you even say that? Tank's too big to him. Here we go. Here we go. That's all Tank Davis fans got. Yeah, talk about a fantasy fight and explain to me how big Tank Davis is for a Japanese guy that's 2 weight divisions down from him. And you need to explain to me that Tank Davis is too big? All right, Captain Obvious. Listen, we all know that. Just talk to me about something Tank Davis did. And why is he better than Naoya Inoue? What makes Tank Davis better than Naoya Inoue? What the fuck has he done? Who has he beat? I know you're not going to tell me that he's fought a champion or beat this many champions because since he's been at 135, I've already told you, he's never fought a world champion yet. So you don't got to convince me on anything. I already know who Tank Davis is. I don't know why you would use him to go up against a decorated champion such as him. That's really foolish. And then you're gonna make me destroy Tank Davis when, I'm already mad at him as it is, but I still like Tank. Tank's still exciting. He's a powerful motherfucker, bro. He got mad skills. Tank is an amazing fighter. It's just that I really see the position that Tank Davis is in. I see that he can't afford to lose, and I see that he's his people's champion. Tank Davis. It sucks when the people pick you, and your promotion and your management tells you, "Yo, bro, you can't take these risky fights because you can't lose. You represent so much for the people." Um, I understand that there's not a lot of men that get chosen like that by their people. Mexico, Saul Canelo Alvarez, he got chosen by Mexico, and Saul was in a position where he was ducking smoke because he couldn't take the risk because the powers that be were like, yo, Saul, not now. Fight him later in your career, but right now we need to keep Mexico's morale. They don't want to see their champion going down. You can make so much money. This is a business first. Capitalize on your success. Don't take these risky fights. And I saw what they did to Saul. They're doing the same thing to Tank. And it's making him look less than. But make no mistake, Tank is a skilled mofo. Tank got skills, baby. Knockout power. And like I said, he'll find your chin with that uppercut anywhere in the ring, bro. You can hide from him, run around the corner, that uppercut will sneak up on you, boop, knock you out. He'll find you. And I don't think it's because of Tank's skills. He's not fighting these guys. I just think that for real, bro, they put a lot of pressure on him and he can't they're not allowing him to take these risky fights. And there's very few fighters that ever get chosen by the people. Very few fighters, man. But once you're chosen by the people, like Naoya Inoue is just crazy because he's chosen by the people in Japan. He really is. And he's not supposed to be fighting like these hard fights anymore. The Japan is like, please, Naoya, you can't lose now. You did all of this, and Naoya's in there just going out fighting the best they have to offer. And they're telling him, bro, they're like, yo, Naoya, you don't have to fight Luis Pantera Nari. No one's telling you to fight him. And he got kicked out of Japan and he beat the champion in Japan. Like, don't do this. And Naoya Inoue is like, I'm doing it. Bring them. Come on, let's go. You outside. And Japan, like they're holding their breath, but Naoya's not that type of champion where he's gonna back it up for them and play it safe. Naoya Inoue's telling them, believe in me. I didn't get here because I was a fake. I got here because I'm telling you guys I'm him and I'm going forward. And I think Tank Davis and his supporters are, you know, I think they're doing Tank Davis a disservice, because it's making him look bad. It really is. But I already know that to tell you the truth, Tank Davis got the skill to beat all those dudes at 135. I don't know why he hasn't fought Shakur, the Lomas, the Devin Haney's. I know why now. I could see it now. Um, they just didn't want to take, a lot of risk. You know what I'm saying? And like he couldn't afford to lose, not on his momentum, capitalizing on pay-per-view after pay-per-view, event after event, really capitalizing on your success. What do you see? Him knocking people out. Pay to see him again. That can be real enticing, to see your favorite fighter knocking people out. So yeah, I get it, but truly, like, watch what you say when you're talking about some of these greatest champions, because people will get offended because Naoya Inoue is a highly decorated champion in the sport of boxing, and if you're calling him a hype job and no one's doing it quite like he's doing it, you're calling the rest of everybody else a hype job. Because if the best is a hype job according to your standards, what measuring stick are you putting the rest of the boxing world to? And who's doing it quite like he is? Arguably, if he's doing it the best, how could the best fighter in the world be a hype job? Then this might not be a sport you can actually see. You are probably led more by opinion, names, or you're just a fan of a particular fighter and you're not allowing to see the beauty in the sport. Why you watch boxing, if you're going to watch it and you're going to watch fighting, you might as well learn a thing or two by combat sports and what makes a fighter a real fighter. And I think that what makes fighters the fighters that they are today is their opponent and the level of competition, the different styles they've come across, the challenges they have faced, and the adversity they have faced in most of these fights. You see, my man? So, yeah. Tank should have moved up to 140, 147, a unify there in order to me match. This guy is. Wow. There is no way on God's green earth Tank Davis even belongs at 140, let alone 147. When he fought Mario Barria at 140, Tank Davis looked like a gerbil. His cheeks were like this big. His belly was out to here. He didn't have one cut in his body. You could see that he was already pushing the limits to his body. But Tank Davis is such a fucking remarkable talent. And he has such God-given talent. He's the type of guy that can go out of the boxing gym for like a month, come back in, no training, and whoop all the top guys in the gym's asses. That's how talented Tank Davis is. But because of that, it could be a blessing and a curse. You know, you train less. Like, yo, I'm still great. Fuck it, I'll fight at 140. All blimped up. Went out there and destroyed Mario Barrio. He didn't miss a beat. His speed didn't slow down. Tank is a freaking a specimen, right? But just because Tank Davis beat Mario Barrio, do I think he can beat all the top 140 pounders? Hell no. I think Subriel Matias, Tio, the bigger guys at 140 will rock Tank Davis. If Tank Davis was to fight Ryan Garcia at 147, good luck, Tank. Good luck. Ryan Garcia is going to put Tank's jaw in the third row up there. This time he won't be able to he doesn't have a broken rib to go to. He'll actually have to fight big ass Ryan. Brian's going to destroy little ass Tank. Tank Davis is promoted at 5'5.5". That's bullshit. I've seen Tank Davis. He's about 5'4". He's little. He's just thick. He's just really thick. And he hits really hard. But how many times have I seen Gervonta Davis down on the scorecards? That shows me if you keep blimping him up, especially at 147, he don't belong at 147. And why are people allowing or even talking ridiculous talk fucking with boxing again? These are the very things we talk about as fans we don't want to see. We don't want to see Jamel Charlo jumping up weight 2 divisions to fight Saul. We want Saul to fight somebody in his weight division. If Terrence Crawford goes up to 168 to fight Saul and beats him for his belts, so what? Why are you guys allowing these people to play with boxing? Is Terrence Crawford prepared to defend the belts at 168 against all the 168 pounders? No. Neither is Tank Davis prepared, even if he went up to 147 for what? One fight? Why do you got him bouncing around and you're never satisfied with his career? Yet every other fighter is a hype job but him. What division do you want Tank Davis to fight? If he wins a fight at 147, is he prepared to fight and defend the belt at 147? Hell no. He would have to get in and get out. Why waste time at 140 and 147 when you got work to do at your own weight division at 135? You only got one belt. And you've never fought a champion. Yet fans are already talking you up to go where? 140, 147? For what? To fuck with boxing again? Because unless you're going to live there and campaign to be the champion there, I would not advise Tank Davis to go up to 147 and fight Jerron Boots Ennis. I would not advise that for all 5'4" of Gervonta Tank Davis. I don't care how hard he punches. You put that man in the ring with Jerron. Put him in the ring with Jerron Boots Ennis if you want to. At 147. You think he's that tough? Really? Yeah, okay. Javante Davis doesn't belong as a matter of fact, if I'm being perfectly honest, Javante Davis doesn't belong at 135. He's a natural 130 pounder. He actually needs to lose 5 pounds to fight in his natural weight division. Javante Tank Davis. You're talking about going forward. He needs to get disciplined and go backwards. How is he? You want him to get less disciplined, bigger and fatter to go where? When if you want the best version of him, you would ask him to go backwards. I don't get it. Would you put Ryan in the ring with Boots at 147? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ryan is big enough to fight Boots. And Boots gotta watch that check hook, baby. He gotta stay alert. Boots got a lot of good in and out. He's a way better fighter than Ryan Garcia. He's got more punch selection. And you would think that a skilled fighter like Jaron Boots Ennis should have no problem wiping down Ryan Garcia. But the world knows it. Ryan Garcia got that left check hook, and as long as you got that kind of speed with that kind of power, you're always in the fight, baby. Devin Haney was way more skilled than Ryan Garcia, and I think Devin Haney is still more skilled than Ryan Garcia, still to this day, even though Ryan beat him. Okay, I'm not going to go into the steroid thing. Don't even mention that in my channel. I'm not going back to those fucking rambling conversations. But what I'm saying is, Ryan Garcia has fought skilled boxers. And Ryan Garcia knows how to set up that check hook, baby. Hell yeah, I'll put him in with Jaron Boots Ennis. Jaron Boots Ennis should win, right? He should win and beat Ryan Garcia. But fuck it, just for the excitement of the unknown, hell yeah, I'll put Ryan Garcia in there with Boots. You know? Fucking right I would. Now, I would be more comfortable putting Ryan Garcia in with Boots than Tio. Check that out. Yeah, I said it. I think Tio would get walked down by Jaron Boots Ennis. Tio actually boxes and fights. Jaron Boots Ennis and Tio fight would be an amazing fight, like in that sense. The Ryan Garcia fight is just that Ryan's power. What Tio brings to the equation in skill, because Tio obviously is not going to be bringing his power to 147. If he moved from 135 to 140 and hasn't shown his power, I don't think it's just going to show up at 147. That's not the type of fight I'm looking for Tio. I think it's going to be a back and forth fight with Tio and Jaron Boots Ennis. But one thing about Ryan, his power did translate. And I think his power will carry over. So it's a different type of fight. You know what I mean? What's up, Jonathan? How you doing in the building? Mark, how you doing? Look, some fans will come in right now and look at Naoya Inoue at 122 and be like, oh, if he's so big and bad, why isn't he going up to 130 or fighting Javante Davis at a catch weight? And that would be a fan coming in, being introduced to Naoya Inoue right now. That guy would speak like that, thinking he's saying something educational, like if he's so bad, why is he at 122? But that's a fan that hasn't followed Naoya Inoue for his entire career. Had he been more informed about Naoya Inoue, he would know where he came from. 108-pound division. That in fact, he's already up 5 divisions. You see what I'm saying? So had that fan that's saying that same bull crap about Naoya Inoue, oh, he might be a weight bully at 122. He should move up to 120. And hell no. This guy came up from 108. It wasn't like he started his career at 122 and has been trying to cut weight to just stay there to hold on to his belts. That's a different scenario. But if they knew anything about him, they already know that he's already maxed out. We're at the point where Naoya Inoue might be maxed out at 122. He might have reached his ceiling. But fans that are coming in now, they're like, oh no, if Tank Davis can go up to 140, Naoya Inoue can go over 40. Yeah, but Tank Davis started his career at 130. No wonder he can do that. He was right there, right around the corner. My man started at 108, 5 divisions down. You want him to jump up 7 weight divisions from the one where he... That's why I know fans don't know what the fuck they talking about. Trying to discredit Naoya Inoue because they're trying to make his situation his situation. If Tank can do it, then he should be... No, it's not that type of thing. Tank has never done or make the leaps that Naoya Inoue and that he's done. Tank Davis ain't moved up 5 weight divisions, bro, from where he started. They're not even on the same level, bro. It's ridiculous to think that. But those are the fans that don't know nothing about him. They're asking Naoya to do that, but they're not asking Tank to do it. It's ridiculous. Naoya Inoue has to jump up 7 weight divisions, and Tank is being fucking revered for jumping up 2. From 130 to 140. Really? And he did something. My man jumping up what? 5 weight divisions and unified all 4. But he's a hype job. Fuck out of here, bro. Bunch of print, copy, repeat fucking fans doing no homework, no investigation on these fighters. Just stepping in on a fight and going, looking at the situation and, hey, let me give my opinion on something I know absolutely nothing about. Fuck out of here, bro. Naoya Inoue is that dude, bro. He really is, man. I'm sorry. He's I love this sport. And all I ask myself every time, what does the best fighter look like and where does he come from? Who's the greatest fighter of our era? What makes him so good? What style does he have? What does he see? What does he do? And I watch fighting for those reasons. I like to figure fighting out. I would like to think that I can create the perfect style and teach it to a young man. I learn every day. And I am a student. I'm truly a student to the fight game. I don't only box. I also wrestle. I've done, Roman grapple wrestling. I've boxed a little bit of martial arts here and there, nothing really spectacular. But it was because of my quest of, wanting to see the all fighting styles and what can the human body do. It's nothing better than standing on your feet in front of a man and just you and him mano a mano. Let me see what you got. I don't think there ain't nothing better than that in the world. It's truly a kind of sport I can relate to. Uh, and what makes these guys some of the best fighters in the world? I get a little discouraged when people always trying to compare other fighters, but I believe all fighters are remarkable, and any man and woman that has the balls and the courage to lace it up and get in that ring and take a chance of getting knocked out in front of your friends and family, my hat's off to you. There isn't a fighter in boxing I really don't like. I like to spice up situations and I'll talk about each fighter, but I want to be perfectly honest on my show here. I love all of boxing. I truly do. Um, I might not like some boxing situations and I might, talk and be real critical on a fighter. Hopefully I say something and he'll be like, "Hey, I want to prove the fans wrong," and he shuts us up and that would be a case where I would be like, yeah, I'm glad I got shut up on that case because it proved that this fighter was who he says he was, and and I couldn't be any more happier. But remember, before you hear my arguments or sometimes you hear me talk about a fighter, please pay attention to what I'm saying. Don't take me being critical on a fighter, meaning that, and say that just because I'm pointing out things and situations, that's not shit talking. Shit talking would be I'm saying that guy sucks, that he's no good, that he's a hype job. That's shit talking right there. At no point have I ever said that Javante Davis was any of those things. No, I haven't. I just said that Javante Davis was not on the spectrum where Naoya Inoue is as far as accomplishments and what he's doing in his own weight division. At the end of the day, you can only be judged for what you do in your weight division. And I have to be fair. I have to keep it like that. That's where I have to keep it. And I like our guys too. And this was a great night for Japan. Congratulations, Japan. On to the next. I can't wait to see where Naoya Inoue, who's his real next opponent. We're going to sort through a lot of that. We have a lot of big fights coming up right now. We have a big one with David the Monster Benavides and David Morrell. So we're going to see if we can do the Notre Dame world title on that one. This one was a little early. I thought I had it locked in. I wanted that extra 5 minutes of sleep and I paid dearly for it. So I apologize for getting up a few minutes late, but I was able to get the first round. It was a good fight until it lasted. It was exciting for me. I enjoy watching Naoya Inoue back in action, back in the ring. What's up, Angry White Guy? Mark, me too, bro. What's up, Angry White Guy? If Tank fans use their logic, Tank should move up to 140, 147. Ah, Angry White Guy, what's up, baby? Tank. No, I don't remember Tank or Floyd or any of these dudes jumping up multiple weight divisions like that, doing what he's doing. I mean, although Floyd Mayweather has 5 weight divisions in his career, um, Floyd was an anomaly. He was truly a special fighter. He was different. He was different. Um, he should have never been fighting at 154. Not a lot of men can do that in the world. You know, he was definitely lying on that scale against Miguel Cotto. Fight night, Miguel must have had 18, 20 pounds on Floyd. Must have. He was just so much bigger than Floyd. But Floyd was, um, that's why sometimes people have a confusion of comparing Floyd to like good fighters and great fighters when Floyd is an elite fighter. That's what separated him from everybody. But people always make the mistake of comparing him with these other guys. That's what made him him, and I think that's what's making Naoya Inoue Naoya Inoue. Um, he's so much ahead of these guys, ahead of the curb, that it's hard to sometimes, measure or put somebody against them. It really is. Um, and I think that we're in a great era of boxing. If you haven't noticed all the men that we've talked about, um, and all the champions we have currently today, the Usyks of the world, the Terrence Crawfords, the Tank Davises, the Shakurs, everybody, you can keep going on and on. And I'm pretty sure you guys can come up with some elite fighters right now that we have in the game. Um, Usyk is really doing some elite shit up there, coming from cruiserweight and teaching these heavyweights how to do it. You got to commend him for that. Okay, that's some elite level shit. Terrence Crawford was the first man to unify in two separate weight divisions. That's some elite shit. Until Terrence Crawford did that he showed other fighters that it was possible that someone can do it. Once he did it, two other men did it, right? But it's not like 10 men did it, okay? Because the opportunity doesn't come around every day and everybody doesn't want to unify. When you're talking about fighting the best fighters against the best fighter in unification, that's cool when you say that. But understand that you're pushing what you think that fighter should do. That fighter and you might not have the same vision. There are boxers that come into boxing that are satisfied with just winning one world title. They don't want to take no more risk and chances. They like to stay champion, and all they have to do is fight the men in their ranking division and defend the belt. While you're over here yelling, this guy should unify, he should do this. Yeah, that's you saying that. He might not share your same vision. He might be cool with just being a world champion. But yet we push all our expectation onto these fighters and demand these fighters to do what we feel they should do with their career. I don't think it works that way. Not every man wants to unify. I don't think Rolly, when he got that WBA title, he wanted to unify against all the other champion. I think Rolly got to the point where he was happy he was the WBA champion. Not every champion has the skills to unify. But yet, unless that guy unifies in your eyes, he ain't shit. So sometimes think about these things. Not all these guys have your vision in mind. Some of them are daring to be great, yes. I don't think Tank Davis solves his problem or answers his career by moving up to 140, 147, playing with boxing. I don't think he's a 140 pounder, 147 pounder. And if he was to pull off an upset and beat a champion, is he prepared to defend that belt? Tank Davis, take my advice. Stop playing with boxing and dominate in your own weight division and finally show the fans that you're him. Until you do that, running to other weight divisions will not solve your problems. Settle down in one weight division and make a home for yourself and build on your own legacy. That would be my biggest advice. Gentlemen, it's early as fuck in the morning. I know I got 40 of you watching, 40 people. Thank you for everybody tuning in. But I really got to start my day here. And get everything going. I'll probably jump on later on tonight and we'll talk about it. We have a big fight tomorrow night, Saturday. Pacheco's fighting. I want to see that fight. Um, Bo Mack, Terrence Crawford's camp. They got Nelson. They're putting him against them. Pacheco right now is looking like, he wants to show that he's going to be that next guy at 168. And I can see why David the Monster Benavidez moved up because his father already had a fighter for 168. So that's going to be really exciting. So tune in with me. We'll be watching that fight. I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. Please give me a like on this video. It really helps the channel grow. What's up, Mark? Mike, don't be upset, sir, that only what? Yeah. Well, I'll leave that like that because you're gonna draw me into another conversation, and I really gotta go. My wife is waiting for me. So guys, so fight fans, listen, on to the next. It was a good fight into it lasted. Thank you for tuning in and getting up early, joining us here at Round One Sports Talk. To everybody that's tuning in, go back to sleep or enjoy the rest of your day. I'll get up with you guys a little bit later. Angry Right Man, you're the best. I don't care what anybody says, bro. Tank needs to fucking unify the lightweight division, and if he doesn't, that's fucking stupid. Yeah, no, he should unify, right? Angry white guy at 135, man. Go after these rest of these champions. Like I said, angry white dude, I don't think moving up to 140, 147 solves his problems. You got unfinished business in your own weight division. Why are you going poking your nose in other divisions? You really don't belong. If you're gonna prove that you're the best in the world, handle your business, Tank Dog. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know you're the fucking man. We all know you got the skills to do it. I just think that he's in a bad situation, but he's gonna have to. Tank's gonna have to make the decision at some point. Fuck being scared or not because he's not scared of nobody. Tank ain't scared of nobody. But take more risk. Take more risk, brother. You know what I mean? So fight fans, enjoy yourselves. Thank you for tuning in. Tank is number one. Hey, he could be number one. And I think he is number one in 135. He just needs to prove it. And like I said, how could you claim to be the best at 135 if you're all equal? I have a belt, you have a belt, he has a belt, he has a belt. You understand what I'm saying? In order to be considered the best, wouldn't you have to have more? I guess if we're all even, it would just be opinion based, fan by fan. No, I think that Tank's the best. Yeah, that's an opinion. Proof is different. Where's your proof that you're the best? Are you going to try to argue opponents now? Are you going to try to argue what they did? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that's a very good argument. You could shut everybody up, Tank Davis, by just going out there and unifying, beat him. That's it. I think he has the skills to do it. I think he's a remarkable fighter. I'm gonna continue to fucking push his buttons. Hopefully, I say something that'll make Tank Davis get up and shut all these people up because I will love nothing more. I honestly tell you, fucking love Tank Davis, man. But I'm hard on him right now. I'm hard on him right now, and I'm going to continue to be hard on him right now because I expect a lot from him because I really think that Tank Davis is a winner. Gentlemen, I really got to go. Love yourselves. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Tank's never been down. All fighters can't say that, but Tank Davis has never fought Hall of Famers, and they have, and Tank Davis can't